My name is Rob Hart. I'm the author of The Paradox Hotel, which came out this past February. I also wrote The Warehouse, the Ash McKenna crime series, the short story collection Takeout, Scott Free with James Patterson, the comic book Blood Oath with Alex Segura. So I like to keep busy. Paradox Hotel is about a time travel hotel where the house detective is trying to solve a murder that she's not entirely sure has happened yet. So it's twisty, but it's fun. There's this interactive theater experience in New York City called Sleep No More, where you're essentially in what starts as a hotel. It's this big warehouse in Chelsea. And it slowly changes into other rooms and other places, and all the participants, all the audience members are wearing masks, and you're following around the people who are acting out the show. It's like a version of Macbeth, and it's weird. But I remember being at that. I've seen it 4 or 5 times, and one of the times I was like, it'd be really cool if there was a hotel where you can go into a room and it was 5 minutes from now or 10 minutes ago. And I just went home and wrote down time travel hotel. And it sat there for a good 6 months until I started actually teasing it apart and trying to figure it out. Very carefully. The thing about writing time travel is like eating White Castle. It sounds like a great idea until you do it, and then you do it and you're like, why did I do this? It's massively complicated. Luckily, I tend to outline a lot. I draw maps, I draw pictures. I'm a very visual thinker, and I need a big body of work kind of set and ready to go before I get started. So that really helped. And also had a really fantastic editor who just, keys in really well into that stuff and kind of keeps me honest. I keep on getting asked that question, and I don't know that I have a fantastic answer. I would love to see Johnny Cash in concert. I never got to see him in concert, and that would have been pretty cool. I would love to see the Library of Alexandria, but also would get there and not understand how to communicate with anyone or read anything, so it would be kind of a waste. But it would still be kind of cool to see. And there's always that sort of feeling of wanting to go back and do over certain things in my life and fix mistakes that I've made, but I also feel like that's a dangerous path. Looper, the movie that Rian Johnson did, is a really, really good one that I'm a big fan of. I watched Time Cop in preparation of writing this, and I forgot how much I liked that. And there was something about the 4th season of Lost when it suddenly turned into a time travel show that just kind of blew my mind. And I absolutely love that. I listen to just about everything. I've got a fairly eclectic taste. When it comes to my writing process, I don't like listening to music that has words. So I tend to either listen to the Ghost albums that 9 Inch Nails did, which are kind of orchestral and a little bit more chill, or Bach's Cello Suites by Yo-Yo Ma. Those are my go-tos. But yeah, I don't know. I'd say it's actually the book I'm working on now is the first time that I've ever sort of consistently listened to an artist throughout the process of writing it. And I'm listening to Metallica, and I'm writing a Hitman book. And it's just, for some reason, everything's kind of coming together really well there. But I'm pretty much all over the map. I'll listen to just about anything. I spent the ride up here from Portland down to here to Medford listening to Janelle Monáe. So, it's whatever gets you going. Well, I think that's always something that is important to me when it comes to writing is the concept of found family, because, and I love my family, I love my parents, I love my siblings, they're great. But, this is a world where a lot of people don't get to choose their families, and they sometimes end up with families who are not very nice or accepting. And so there's something really powerful in deciding who you're going to surround yourself with and who's going to be a part of your life. I was actually, one of the shows that I was watching that kind of inspired Paradox, which might not be as apparent, is Pose, which is about the ballroom scene in the 1970s and 80s in New York, which is, where sort of the gay and trans community kind of worked around and found each other and found support. And so, it's really powerful to me. And I love that concept of really sort of looking for who your people are. Yes and no. I mean, it's hard because when you're working with a lot of characters, it's kind of hard to keep track. And I think I might have had like one or two more, and I was told to cut them out because it was just kind of too much. It was too many people to keep track of. But I'm always really interested in the dynamics in situations like that, where you've got like, especially when you've got a hotel like this, that's a hotel kind of like designed for rich people, and the people who are like hired to like serve them and take care of them, and the disparities that exist there automatically are just really thematically interesting to me. I would say I have a degree in journalism, and I never realized how much of my journalism degree was going to cross over and be helpful in terms of writing fiction. But I'm really good at hitting deadlines. I work really fast. I'm not too precious about things. Like, the story has to win, so if something's not working, I don't have a problem taking it out. And those are things that I know other writers I'm friends with kind of struggle with. So like, having that journalism degree and having worked in a newspaper really set me up pretty well for this. So when I was a kid, probably in like the 8th grade, there was the West New Brighton branch of the New York Public Library, which is like my local branch. They had a writing club where I would show up like a marble notebook, and they would give us like a writing prompt, and we would have to sit there and write like a page or something and then share it. And I was like the only kid there. It was like there was like a couple of adults and older people, and somehow I was in that mix. And for the longest time, I thought I was going to be a graphic designer. I actually initially went to college for fine art and graphic design, and then realized that wasn't for me and moved over to writing. But I would say that's probably my earliest memory of wanting to write. And so, yeah, without libraries, I might not be here.